Jeff Bezos walked into a meeting in 2004, saw a PowerPoint presentation, and banned them forever. And that one rule helped Amazon make billions. This video explains why Amazon doesn't use PowerPoint and what they do instead. Instead of slides, every important meeting starts with 6-page memos that everyone reads silently. By the end, you'll see how this makes Amazon faster, smarter, and helps them grow into a $1.7 trillion company. Because this isn't just a funny company rule, it's a secret strategy that shows why some companies fail and why Amazon became so powerful. Most companies love PowerPoint. Slides are colorful, charts are fancy, bullet points look smart. But Bezos noticed a big problem. PowerPoint hides weak ideas. It makes meetings about looking good, not solving problems. At Amazon, meetings became different. Instead of slides, teams had to write 6-page memos. These memos forced people to think clearly, explain their ideas fully, and plan for every possible question. This one small rule gave Amazon a huge advantage over other companies. Why Bezos hated PowerPoint. In 2004, Jeff Bezos walked into a meeting and saw a PowerPoint presentation. He didn't like it. Bezos thought slides were too short. They had bullet points that skipped important details. People would see a chart, nod, and think they understood everything, even if they didn't. He wanted more than that. So, he banned PowerPoint. Forever. From that day, every important idea had to be written in a 6-page memo. These memos were complete. They had to explain the problem, the solution, the risks, and the reasoning behind every choice. No hiding behind charts. No glossing over mistakes, just words. And this rule completely changed how meetings worked at Amazon. How Amazon meetings work. Instead of starting a meeting with a presentation, Amazon employees now start by reading. Everyone gets a 6-page memo. And here's the important part. No talking for the first 30 minutes. Everyone reads quietly. No interruptions, no questions, no slides, just focus. By the time the discussion begins, everyone understands the topic. Everyone is on the same page. This is simple, but it makes a huge difference. Instead of arguing about the slides or who looks smart, people argue about ideas. They catch mistakes early, they think harder, and they make faster, smarter decisions. It's a small ritual, but it forces clarity. Why bullet points are bad for thinking. PowerPoint uses bullet points. Bullet points are easy to read, but they trick your brain. Cognitive science says that when information is broken into bullets, people remember less and think less deeply. At Amazon, Bezos didn't want shallow thinking. He wanted clear thinking. 6-page memos force people to slow down and think carefully. They write full sentences. They explain their reasoning. They show evidence. This slows the initial pace of the meeting but makes the final decision much faster and better. Most companies optimize for looking smart in meetings. Amazon optimizes for being right. Bullet points encourage oversimplification. Complex ideas get compressed into short phrases that sound convincing, but often hide gaps in logic. Slides reward persuasion, not analysis. A clever slide can make a weak idea seem strong with good storytelling. 6-page memos reward precision, reasoning, and evidence. Writers must clarify assumptions and highlight risks. Long-form writing makes hidden flaws visible. Mistakes are caught on paper before they reach the executives. Reading a detailed memo ensures everyone starts with the same information, reducing confusion during discussion. It also forces accountability. If reasoning is sloppy, it's obvious in the text, not hidden behind a flashy slide. When ideas are written fully, discussions focus on improving the idea, not on debating the presenter's charisma. This system cultivates a culture where deep thinking is valued more than fast talking or fancy graphics. The structure of a 6-page memo. So, what goes into a 6-page memo? Problem statement. What is the exact problem we are trying to solve? Background. Why does this problem matter? Proposed solution. What is the plan? Risks and downsides. What could go wrong? Data and numbers. Facts that support the plan. Next steps. How will we actually do it? Good memos are detailed. They anticipate questions. They make discussions productive. For example, imagine a slide says, We should launch a new product because customers like it. A 6-page memo would say, customer surveys show 70% of users want feature X. Market research predicts a 20% increase in revenue if we launch. Risks include supply delays and engineering challenges. Proposal. Launch Q3 with a dedicated team and contingency plan. Which one would you rather bet $1 billion on? Exactly. The silent reading ritual. Amazon meetings are different because everyone reads the memo first. This silent reading is critical. People don't just skim slides. They absorb the full story. They notice holes. They think about alternatives. Once the reading is done, discussion begins. But now it's focused, sharp, and productive. Teams aren't distracted by flashy slides. They focus on solving real problems. This ritual may seem small, but it improves decision-making and reduces mistakes, especially when billions of dollars are on the line. Silent reading ensures everyone starts on equal footing. Seniority or personality no longer dominates the conversation. It encourages quieter team members to contribute because ideas are evaluated on merit, not on who speaks first. Questions become deeper. Critiques become constructive. Proposals are analyzed, not just approved. The ritual reinforces accountability. Everyone is expected to understand the material before speaking. It also speeds up alignment. With all context shared up front, debates are more efficient and conclusions are clearer. Over time, this habit trains employees to write more thoughtfully, think more rigorously, and anticipate challenges before they reach leadership. It turns every meeting into a structured exercise in clarity and problem solving, not performance. In high-stakes environments, where one wrong decision can cost millions, the silent reading ritual becomes a protective mechanism for the company. And it builds a culture where preparation, evidence, and careful reasoning are always rewarded over charm or theatrics. Connection to Bezos' Day One philosophy. Amazon's Day One philosophy is about staying small, curious, and relentlessly customer-obsessed. Culturally, it means maintaining the agility, innovative spirit, and urgency of a startup, constantly fearing the complacency of Day Two, which represents stasis and irrelevance. Practically, the 6-page memo is a vital mechanism for upholding this. By forcing clear, deep thought and a structured narrative before discussion, the memo ensures that teams focus intensely on ideas that genuinely impact customers and embody the Day One principle, prioritizing substantive thinking and deep understanding over superficial presentations. This initial slowdown ensures careful consideration, ultimately accelerating better, long-term decisions and keeping the organization focused on its core mission. Memo versus slides examples. A slide might say, "We need faster delivery because customers want it." A memo would explain, "Data shows 65% of customers are dissatisfied with current delivery times. Analysis indicates reducing delivery from 5 days to 2 days will increase repeat purchases by 15%. Risks include shipping cost increases and supply chain strain." Proposed action. Implement 2-day delivery in top 10 cities as pilot. Track metrics weekly. At Amazon, these memos force employees to think fully. They don't just report numbers, they analyze, plan, and justify decisions. The PowerPoint ban is not just a quirk, it's a strategic advantage. By forcing clear thinking, detailed writing, and careful reading, Bezos made Amazon a company that consistently makes smart decisions faster than its competitors. Silent reading of 6-page memos is quiet and slow at first, but the result is better ideas, faster execution, and fewer mistakes. Bezos understands that the greatest impact he could make was creating an environment where decisions could be made quickly. PowerPoint hides weak ideas. It slows things down as the presenter doesn't have as much accountability to the facts. It doesn't involve as much thinking, just good storytelling. This simple rule helped Amazon grow into a $1.7 trillion company and beat nearly every competitor in retail, cloud computing, and AI. One small decision in 2004 made Amazon billions and shaped the way leaders think about meetings even today. Instead, Amazon uses 6-page memos and silent reading